Today, Senator John Kennedy stepped into the Judiciary Committee hearing and didn't pull any punches. We're talking about artificial intelligence, the technology that could change everything, for better or for worse. Kennedy starts with a bang. He lays out 3 hard truths. Most of Congress doesn't understand AI. That won't stop them from making laws about it. And, here's the kicker, there's a berserk wing of techies out there who could use AI to end us all.
Thank you all for being here. Permit me to share with you 3 hypotheses that I would like you to assume for the moment to be true. Hypothesis number 1, many members of Congress do not understand artificial intelligence. Hypothesis number 2, that absence of understanding may not prevent Congress from plunging in with enthusiasm and trying to regulate this technology in a way that could hurt this technology. Hypothesis number 3 that I would like you to assume. There is likely a berserk wing of the artificial intelligence community that intentionally or unintentionally could use artificial intelligence to kill all of us and hurt us the entire time that we are dying. Assume all of those to be true.
He turns to the panel and says, assume all that's true. What would you do if you were king or queen for a day? First up, Ms. Montgomery, she says the answer is transparency. Show the data, show how these AI models work, and make sure there's clear oversight every step of the way. In other words, no black boxes deciding your future. Then Professor Marcus jumps in. His plan? Treat AI like medicine. You want to put something powerful into the world? It needs a safety review, just like the FDA does with drugs.
Please tell me, in plain English, 2 or 3 reforms, regulations, if any, that you would implement if you were queen or king for a day. Ms. Montgomery.
I think it comes back again to transparency and explainability in AI. We absolutely need to know and have companies attest.
What do you mean by transparency?
So disclosure of the data that's used to train AI, disclosure of the model and how it performs, and making sure that there's continuous governance over these models, that we are the leading edge in terms of that regulation. Technology governance, organizational governance, rules and clarification that are needed that this
Which
Congress...
rules? I mean, this is your chance, folks, to tell us how to get this right. Please use it.
Right. I mean, I think, again, the rules should be focused on the use of AI in certain contexts. So if you look at, for example, if you look at the EU AI Act, it has certain uses of AI that it says are just simply too dangerous and will be outlawed in the
Okay, so we ought to first pass a law that says you can use AI for these uses but not others. Is that what you're saying?
You need to define the highest risk uses of AI.
Is there anything else?
And then, of course, requiring things like impact assessments and transparency, requiring companies to show their work, protecting data that's used to train AI in the first place as well.
He calls for a watchdog agency that can yank dangerous AI off the market, and more money for AI safety research. Now, Sam Altman, OpenAI's top dog, he wants a new agency to license and audit the really powerful AIs. Strict safety standards, independent audits, and serious checks before any new model is unleashed. Basically, regulate the giants and make sure they don't get out of control.
Professor Marcus, if you could be specific, this is your shot, man. Talk in plain English and tell me what, if any, rules we ought to implement. And please don't just use concepts. I'm looking for specificity.
Number 1, a safety review like we use with the FDA prior to widespread deployment. You're going to introduce something to 100 million people, somebody has to have their eyeballs on it.
There you go. Okay, that's a good one. I'm not sure I agree with it, but that's a good one. What else?
You didn't ask for 3 that you would agree with. Number 2, a nimble monitoring agency to follow what's going on, not just pre-review, but also post as things are out there in the world, with authority to call things back, we've discussed today. And number 3 would be funding geared towards things like AI constitution, AI that can reason about what it's doing. I would not leave things entirely to current technology, which I think is poor at behaving in ethical fashion and behaving in honest fashion. And so I would have funding to try to basically focus on AI safety research. That term has a lot of complications in my field. There's both safety, let's say short-term and long-term, and I think we need to look at both. Rather than just funding models to be bigger, which is the popular thing to do, we need to fund models to be more trustworthy.
Because I want to hear from Mr. Altman.
Kennedy keeps the heat on. He wants more than just ideas. He wants specifics. And when Altman jokes about not wanting the job to run this new agency, Kennedy fires back, you need a lawyer or an agent. Classic. But the real issue here? Congress is flying blind. They don't really understand AI, but they're ready to make rules that could shape America's future.
Mr. Altman, here's your shot.
Thank you, Senator. Number one, I would form a new agency that licenses any effort above a certain scale of capabilities and can take that license away and ensure compliance with safety standards. Number two, I would create a set of safety standards focused on what you said in your third hypothesis as the dangerous capability evaluations. One example that we've used in the past is looking to see if a model can self-replicate and self-exfiltrate into the wild. We can give your office a long other list of the things that we think are important there, but specific tests that a model has to pass before it can be deployed into the world. And then third, I would require independent audits, so not just from the company or the agency, but experts who can say the model is or isn't in compliance with these stated safety thresholds and these percentages of performance on question X or Y.
Can you send me that information?
We will do that.
Would you be qualified to if we promulgated those rules, to administer those rules?
I love my current job.
Cool. Are there people out there that would be qualified?
We'd be happy to send you recommendations for people out there, yes.
Okay. You make a lot of money, do you?
I'm paid enough for health insurance. I have no equity in OpenAI.
Really? Yeah. That's interesting. You need a lawyer.
I need a what?
You need a lawyer or an agent.
I'm doing this because I love it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, Senator Kennedy.
So, who should write the rules? The tech companies? The government? Or should it be us, the people? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you appreciate real talk from Capitol Hill, hit subscribe and stay tuned. Stay sharp, stay free, and as always, stay conservative.